right, we are back, and we have our next guest on the pod. We have, I think he's the 54th mayor of the city of Manchester.
I know that
City of
one. The
Manchester.
city of Manchester.
Yes.
And I know you're Ward 7 because I'm Ward 7,
That's
and I
it.
got a story for you. But we have Jay Ruais on the On the Runs podcast. What's up, Jay?
Great to be here this morning. Really excited to get underway here.
You look ready to go.
Yeah,
you look,
always fired up.
You picked a great day for this. Look
Yeah.
at this. Beautiful.
You look really fit. Like, you might be training for something big. Maybe we can get it out of you a little bit.
I'm looking to. My wife and I just had a baby.
Yes.
So
Congratulations.
thank you. So I have this idea.
You look
in mind
amazing, by the way, for having a baby.
Well, she did most of the work. But so that I hope to be able to run the marathon this winter, the Manchester City
That's
Marathon.
exciting.
That'd be pretty cool.
I've done one before. I've done an ultra before. I love running.
My kind
running
of people.
Is, yeah,
Excellent.
Running's how I clear my head. I'm in the National Guard,
Yes.
so I have to stay fit anyway. But so having the opportunity to do races like this, like almost every weekend in Manchester, is incredible. And to bring the community together and everything, it's awesome.
So where do you run around here? Not to get nosy, but we live in the same neighborhood, and we've actually met. You probably don't remember this, but it was 6:30 in the morning on Election Day, and you were right behind me. And I kept doing a little turn back. I'm like,
Was this last year?
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And I'm like, who's this guy? And then somebody goes, hi, Mayor.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's who he is. We were there bright and early. Like, I think we were like the first 15 people in there.
I like to get in and then hang, and then I linger and I say hi to people.
Yes.
And
There you go.
It's great. But
That's
in
the
terms
way.
of running, I mean, all around here, this is a perfect place to run. I love being here.
Right. This spot in general, because you have the rail trail right there.
Yeah.
They call it the recreational trail here. It's the dirt one. It starts about a half mile from my house.
Yeah.
You got the other rail trails in the general area. There's so many single track in this area. This whole Lake Massabesic area I grew up. I think you're in New Hampshire, Salem.
Salem,
I grew
yep.
up in Sandown, so we would come
Yeah,
over here
all
quite a
right,
bit
yeah.
and ride all the mountain bike trails and run. I did cross country. We did the Manchester Invitational cross country races, and so we're local guys, and we kind of know the area. This is one of the best spots to run,
It
even
really
if you're
is.
running on the road.
Yeah, I love it. It's such a beautiful landscape. It's quiet. You get away from the Rotary, you get away from 101. It's really quiet around here. I also love our neighborhoods.
Right.
Like just running in and out of Somerville Street and Porter Street and Clay and Hayward.
And then it's pretty quick to get to a high school if you want to do a track workout at Memorial.
Yeah, well, Memorial's right around the corner.
And the
yeah.
options. You have options, endless options.
Right.
Manchester, a running city.
It
I love
is.
Real.
It really is. And you see the races when you shut down Elm Street and everybody's there. It's just packed with people, and it brings it must bring such a huge economic boost to Elm Street and downtown.
It does.
And maybe whatever town, if you do it in Salem or even Sandown, Auburn, which is where we're in right now. I think technically we're in Auburn. We might be right on the line.
The line's right
but
around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right down 28 here.
all these races, this New Hampshire running community brings such an economic boost.
100%. Yeah, I mean, you watch it after a race or before a race, and people are lined up and down Elm Street. They're going into Murphy's. They're going into the Thirsty Moose. They're going down a Bonfire or the Pint. I mean, it's such a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, it's great, and it's just so encouraging every time when you see it. And I know Eric and I met at Plymouth State over 20 years ago, and we have friends who I worked in the restaurant business up there, and they work in the restaurant business now down here, and they love that it happens because it's such a boost. So that's the great part.
It is.
So you're training for a marathon.
Well,
you're hoping.
Yeah, hoping.
But you're also
See, when I say it, it comes off as like a promise, and now I'm going to have to be out there.
He totally did that
I'm
on
gonna
purpose.
try to do it.
Yeah.
We don't hold you for that. But what I want to know is, I'm a dad. I have 3 kids, 9 and 4-year-old twins, and you're a first-time dad.
7 months.
What's
Yeah.
the transition been?
It's she's 7 months old. The transition has been, it's a learning process, just like anything else. But it's been absolutely incredible. I'll tell you that the hardest part is seeing her in her crib in the morning and having to kiss her goodbye.
Yeah.
That is the hardest part. But then I get home and I'll have a tough day on this issue or that issue, and it just melts away when I see her.
1,000%.
Yeah.
That's the best part when you come home. I would I can relate a little bit. I would come home late from a hockey game, and the best would be maybe, because I referee college hockey.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The best would be maybe like if my daughter was up or something, a long night, and then she
Yeah.
just wants to watch Bluey or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, this is not that bad.
Yeah.
This
It's
is,
not that much of a stretch
It
to
puts
get him
things
to do
into
that.
perspective.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, being a new dad's exciting. Have you thought about like a running stroller? You do anything with your Is she too young yet? Are you
She's
taking
7
her out?
months.
Are you going
So-
hiking?
We haven't done that yet. I mean, my wife and I take her out and do strolls around the neighborhood. But my high school cross country coach. He had a running stroller and he crushed it. He was everywhere.
Yes.
He was running every race, and
Let me
she
tell
loved
you,
it.
even at races like this with
see 'em?
crazy hills, they go flying by me because
Yeah.
that is an intense workout
It
to,
is,
to push
yeah.
a child in because
Yeah.
the stroller's not light either.
Right.
So that plus a kid, and
Yeah.
so that is a great workout. Yes.
I'm going to give you a pro tip. When you do a race with your daughter in a stroller, keep your phone in your pocket.
Yeah.
When I did my first race, it was the single day mile 5K, the one that Millennium puts on. It's typically in Bedford. My finishing photo wasn't of me with her in the
Oh,
stroller.
no.
It was me with my phone trying to get a selfie like this, like, let's go, trying to get the Instagram post or whatever. And I could have had this beautiful photo, because we talk about the photos are always free at Millennium.
Right.
Like AutoFair
Thank you,
or
AutoFair,
whoever
yep.
sponsors helps you with the photos. So my pro tip is finish line, just look for the camera.
I
That's
like
my
it.
pro tip.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely good. Definitely good.
You've done this before.
Yeah, a couple times. So now I have to. My daughter now, who we've done those photos, she just ran her first 5K 2 weeks ago at the corporate
Good
the
for
Delta
her.
Dental 5K.
Delta Dental. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah. So what are? I'll never get political, but I want to ask a couple questions about maybe Manchester and the running trail
Anytime
system.
someone says, like, I'll never get but,
No,
Yeah, I know, right?
I didn't
I'm
want
going to obviate everything I just said.
I didn't want you to think that that's where I was
No,
going.
no, I'm kidding.
But this rail trail here.
Yeah.
And then you got the Goffstown Rail Trail that goes to
Yeah.
the Fishcat Stadium. You got the Londonderry one that goes to the airport. What are we ever going to see the chance to connect these?
Yeah, so the master plan that was done a few years ago, talked at how do we look at doing that and making that connection all the way. So that's certainly something that we can look at into the future.
God, I would love that.
Yeah, it would be amazing. I would love to be able to do that. In other areas where I've lived, like I lived down in Washington, I lived in southern Maryland, they had all those trails that, you could go down into Virginia.
Oh
Yes.
wow, yeah.
I just ran the Mount Vernon Trail a couple
Oh,
weeks
did
ago.
you?
I was
Yeah.
in D.C. for work.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But this is great. This is so great having you on.
Pleasure is all mine.
If you do the marathon, I would love to have you back on and tell us all about it.
Okay, I'll
Yes.
limp over to your table. And
Yes, absolutely. Or we could just come on the pod, and
love
just
it.
talk running and
Yeah.
talk life and being a dad and just no politics.
I love it.
Just that. That's
Even
how we
better.
We have one rule though: spare no details.
Okay, I like
That
it.
was amazing. Hey, 15 years New Hampshire 10 miler. Hopefully we can keep this going. We'll
Yeah.
see. But
Yeah.
Jay, this was a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine.
Next
Thank
time in
you.
the election line, I will.
You'll say hi
I
this
will
time.
make
Say
sure.
hi
I will know
this-
this time.
But I hope
Okay.
you enjoy your first official New Hampshire 10 miler.
I'm looking forward to it.
Go
Yeah.
get those
Thank
hills.
you
They
so
won't
much.
be terrible.
Thank you,
I
Jay.
appreciate
This
it.
was
Take care.
amazing.
Thank you,
Guys, Jay Ruais on the On the Run podcast.
It's a pleasure.